At its base, what this guy is alleging is that before Joe Biden had even announced his run for the presidency, he was in contact with our DOJ saying, you need to be aware that your former vice president, his brother, and his son are involved in a corrupt scheme with the Chinese. I am going to tell you this. I, who have been in partnership with a former CIA director in my think tank in Washington, you know me, you know I'm a trustworthy guy. I want you to know this guy's been compromised. His family's been compromised. And you should look into it. And that nothing ever came of the meeting. And this is under the Trump DOJ. Yes, that should be noted, though you've got career civil servants in the DOJ who are not loyal to Trump, who, I'm not sure who was involved in this or what their politics were specifically, but it's just a point of caution. And nothing ever comes of it. And then the next thing this guy knows, he says, he asks his lawyer, this guy who we just listened to, Luft, says to his lawyer in 2020, right around the time the laptop was discovered, have a meeting with them, reach out to the FBI again, like what's going on? It's been this time, they haven't done anything. And nothing ever came of that meeting either. The next thing he knows, he says he gets arrested and accused of being an arms dealer. Now, I will say an alternate reality could be this guy knew he was in some sort of trouble, that they were sniffing around him, and he decided to make himself look like a whistleblower and sort of set himself up to say, oh, look, I'm being unfairly targeted. That is very possible. And we just don't know because he's on the lam now, Charlie. Comer hasn't been able to get him in there. I don't think this Biden DOJ is going to do much to actually track him down. And if they do, are we really going to get a fair hearing? He's got a legitimate point that in a New York courtroom where, he's already pointing to other cases where they weren't even allowed to mention the Biden family name as like the reason they're being prosecuted. He's not going to be able to mention any of this stuff.
No, that's exactly right. But by the way, all the media is focused on right now is that Donald Trump had documents in boxes, right? You wonder why half the country has this volcanic resentment towards Washington, D.C., is they see their candidate of preferred choice that they ideologically align with Donald Trump under 45 to 50 count indictments. Meanwhile, this evidence just keeps on mounting and mounting and mounting. And we don't even know the extent of all these different deals. Remember, there's like 5 or 6 different allegations that are happening that have a little bit of a rhythm to them, which is the Bidens didn't offer any service except their access and proximity. And Megyn, when you read out the allegation from Dr. Luft, it's important. This is a new wrinkle that they were auctioning off basically access to FBI agents. That's new. That they kind of have a not just informants in the FBI, they were kind of saying a wink and a nod, like, hey, if you want preferential treatment, you got to put us on retainer, $100,000 a month, and we can make sure we can navigate the FBI for you. It makes you wonder, when Joe Biden was vice president of the United States, was he setting up pieces of the government to be auctioned off at a future date and time to be able to be monetized by his son? It really makes you wonder what they were doing those last couple of months of the Obama presidency in 2015 and 16 before they left office. They were probably putting people in, loyal soldiers, loyal infantrymen of the Biden family, so that they could then go to foreign adversaries and say, hey, we can help you, but it's going to pay. This is the way that third world governments operate, by the way. And it's not even a joke. If you land in a third world country, it's just pay for play, right? From the moment that you land, it's who you know, how you know them. You have to just kind of grease the wheels and you keep on going. This is exactly how the Bidens set up their family enrichment scheme. And this does not even touch the surface of the active covering up that is going on right now with the IRS whistleblower case, what was Merrick Garland's involvement, the Weiss's involvement or not involvement, was he taking orders? And so it really makes you wonder, is there going to be a breaking point to all this? That remains to be seen, but it doesn't help the case that this Department of Justice is going after the opposition candidate, the leading opposition candidate and former president, with such ferocity while completely ignoring the now repeated pattern of crimes of the incumbent president.
In a startling description, the UN food chief warned the world with these words, knocking on famine's door. He called what we're facing a perfect storm of a perfect storm. And he's not alone. A Barron's report says a food shortage could be coming even in the U.S. Farmers see it too. John Boyd Jr., A fourth-generation farmer recently said, "We're going to see empty food shelves in the coming months." That's why getting survival food may be more important than ever. Create your own stockpile of the best-selling 4 Patriots survival food kits. It's not just any ordinary food. We're talking good for 25 years, super survival food. Handpacked in a family-owned facility in the USA and giving jobs to over 200 Americans. They have different delicious breakfasts, lunches, and dinners. You can make these meals in less than 20 minutes. Add a little boiling water, simmer, serve. And right now, for the next few days, viewers are going to get 10% off their first order at 4patriots.com. That's a numeral 4, patriots.com, just by using the code MK. Go to 4patriots.com, use the code MK to start your stockpile today. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.